What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? How's everybody feeling? I'm feeling good. It's a good Sunday. It's a good Sunday. I'm smelling good. I'm feeling good. Uh, yeah, feeling real good. Enjoying myself. But before I get on the road, I wanted to just speak with y'all about uh, a new trend that's coming on right now. So right now, there's been a major push for what we call central bank digital currencies, and right now there's an attack on crypto. So we're going to talk about central bank digital currencies, and we're going to talk about the attack on crypto and how those two things are connected. So what are central bank digital currencies? Those are digital currencies that are provided by a national government, right? So the Federal Reserve, is an example of a central bank. The Bank of England is another example of a central bank. These are the banks that hold the funds of governments. Well, central bank digital currencies think of it as government sponsored crypto. And it seems that many times that your government comes out with things when there's already something that exists, it's not for your good. So we already have cryptocurrency. So why is it that our government is now exploring central bank digital currencies, or why is it gaining traction now? The reason why it's gaining traction now is because we're in a hyperinflationary environment, and particularly it's part inflation and part deflation. This is what let me rephrase it. It's inflation with negative interest rates. What does that mean? So when you put your money in the bank, right, they have this real low interest rate of 0.01%, even lower than that, right? So basically, you're rewarded. You gain money as you have more money in the bank, all right? Well, when interest rates reach negative, what that means is instead of you gaining money for having your money in the bank, you lose money for having money in the bank. And the reason why that is because it's very important to keep our money moving. Money velocity is everything. So if you think of assets are like your muscles, right? Assets are like your muscles, but cash and cash flow and money velocity is like the actual blood flowing through your veins. So you can have the biggest muscles all you want, but if no blood is getting to them, those assets die and deflate. So in order to keep asset prices high, you have to make sure that money velocity is high as well, particularly in a negative interest rate environment. And we've had a negative interest rate environment for a long time. We just know it as bank fees. What do negative interest rates have to do with anything? We now are pushing a level of hyper consumerism where we're spending money, yet very little of it is being pushed into assets that really allow for wealth to be distributed. And that's the best way to put it. Well, what does that have to do with crypto? What does being in an inflationary environment with negative interest rates, which is nuts, what does that have to do with crypto? Well, the easiest way to implement negative interest rates isn't through fees. It isn't through fees. It's actually through digital currencies that are centrally backed by central banks. So central bank digital currencies allow for us to implement negative interest rates seamlessly, frictionlessly, which is dangerous because negative interest rates kill wealth, literally kill wealth. If inflation kills wealth, then so do negative interest rates. And negative interest rates, like I said, encourage people to continue to spend their money and not keep it in a bank. Therefore, that's why banks are looking at cryptocurrencies in such a way as I have no way of making money off of this from users. the big banks are making money off of crypto, but it's not because of how we normally use crypto, how we people use crypto. Big banks make their money off of bank fees and utilizing, taking your money in your savings and then loaning it out to people at rates that are 1,000 times higher than the rate that they're paying you. So that's just a introduction to that, which we'll get into later in some of my other lessons. But let's now shift to the attack on crypto. Most of the major financial news outlets, their advertisers are the big banks and hedge funds and offices that handle great wealth. They don't want to see crypto succeed. They don't want to see digital currency succeed, because now that forces them to switch up their business model. And when you have to switch up your business model and you're so large, you're not agile enough to switch up and not get ran over by this new fintech revolution. So I just wanted to bring this to you guys' attention. Just get on live real quick, kind of explain a little bit of it. If you guys have any questions, feel free to hit me up in my DMs, and I'll love to go into a deeper explanation about this, which is why if you seem a little lost, then it's important for you to look at lecture number 1 and lecture number 2 of my lessons, that talks about what is money, and we go into central banks and how money operates and what money actually truly is and how money is supposed to function. So y'all enjoy y'all Sunday. I'm getting ready to get on the road. I'll talk to y'all later, and holla at me.